With the conclusion of the A block, we look forward to the B block of the Mythomelee. However, what has happened thus far? Who is making their way towards being crowned the greatest hero? The first match was between the Greek hero Achilles and the Archangel Michael. Achilles, despite being overwhelmed by his foe's power, was almost impossible to injure. His resilience resulted in a few moments of surprise and nearly caught the angel off his game. However, Achilles did eventually have his weakness revealed and was forced to surrender. The second match was between Beowulf and Sir Gawain. The combat was close between the two, with Beowulf's strength meeting Gawain's skill. Their clashing of blades resounded through the arena, both evenly matched, until Beowulf began to push Gawain to his limits. Fortunately for the knight, noon approached, increasing his strength to a level where he stood above Beowulf. The end came with a strike of desperation rather than overwhelming strength. Even in victory, Gawain had to admit Beowulf may have just been stronger. Third came the sage equal to heaven, Sun Wukong, and Susanoo the storm god. Their clash was as brutal as such titles would allow. Whirling winds and great meetings of strength and blade. Destruction crossed the arena, and despite Susanoo's greatest efforts, including carving the Monkey King in half, Sun Wukong claimed victory with a heavy swing from his compliant hooped staff. The fourth match was not on that divine level, but was centered between two great warriors in their own right, Siegfried and King Arthur Pendragon. Heavy attacks and trading of skillful blows pushed both to their limits. Arthur, who was immune to damage with his scabbard, was taking an edge that infuriated Siegfried, and noticing this in a display of fairness, Arthur cast it aside to fight like a warrior. Graham and Excalibur crossed numerous times, mostly equal, until King Arthur landed a finishing blow in a single-stroke duel at the end. Siegfried was the first casualty of the tournament, and Arthur was barely able to even stand. Fifth, and the first match of the second portion of the A block, was a match between the hero of Ulster Cuchulainn and the Greek heroine Atalanta. The pair were rather evenly matched, clashing about and never landing a deciding blow. First blood came with an arrow that pierced into Cuchulainn's chest, though failing to fell him. Second blood came not too long after, with the nimble Atalanta finally meeting the edge of Cu's blade. This resulted in Atalanta falling to her knees in agony and calling the match. Sixth was the match between Charlemagne and King Arthur's brother Sir Kay. This match was very much in the favor of the Holy Roman Emperor, ending in Sir Kay falling before the glorious sword of Charlemagne. The after-match conversation between Charlemagne and King Arthur setting up the next match, unintentionally. Yes, that's true, the seventh match came between King Arthur's purest knight and a mighty warrior of Charlemagne's paladins. Their clash was one of great honor and exchange, though despite his size and greater quality of weapon, OJ the Dane could not land a finishing blow against Galahad. After some time in this battle, Galahad admitted he was restraining himself for the sake of not embarrassing his foe. This angered Ogier and he ordered Galahad to go all out. And Galahad obliged. A barrage of slashes later, and the Dane collapsed, defeated by Galahad. The eighth match between Pollux and the warrior of King Arthur, Sir Lamorak, ended in a single punch, the Knight of the Round Table being absolutely crushed by the power of his demigod foe. This stirred a warning for all combatants that the gloves were off, and if they weren't, perhaps their matches were going to end just as fast, in a single punch. And with Pollux's attack sitting in their minds, the next match is about to begin. Tune in this Friday as Heracles goes toe-to-toe with the mighty Gilgamesh.